Hello, my name is Karen Hunt. I'm a barrister at Outer Temple Chambers, and I'm going to be presenting this webinar on infant approval hearings and how to avoid some of the more common pitfalls that we face when coming to them. So starting off, I will set out the procedural framework that's relevant here. I'll take this fairly quickly because the webinar is not intended to be a review of the basics, but really a review of some of the more trickier aspects of approval hearings. But that said, I think one of the pitfalls that people encounter with approval hearings is getting used to them going very well and sometimes not knowing as well as they might the procedural framework in place, some of the relevant case law, and essentially what to do when something goes a little bit awry or a novel point arises. So as you'll know, it's really CPR Part 21 that we're looking at, and in particular 21.10 and 21.11. 21.10 is the provision that makes clear that any settlement, compromise, or payment arising from a claim on behalf of or against a child is not binding until it's been approved by the court. So you're going to need court approval for any such compromise or payment, and that includes any voluntary interim payment, which does sometimes catch people out. And importantly, if it should occur in your case, it applies even when the child claimant or defendant has died during the litigation, and that proposition arises from the case of Wormold and Ahmed, which is on your screen there. And the need for approval also arises in any fatals claim where a child is one of the dependents to whom compensation is going to be apportioned. Again, it's one that can catch people out sometimes in the earlier years of practice, that those kind of settlements, even if the majority of the sum of the award is going to an adult with capacity to litigate, if there's any kind of child dependent who's benefiting, then you will need approval for that from the court, and you will need to set out the apportionment that's being approved in the terms of the approval order itself.